Hey, happy Monday, my friends. Welcome. I am Meredith. I'm here with our message for the 21st of July, 2025. We have the Oz in Wonderland Tarot on the table for our message today. As always, this deck is generous when you shuffle it, so we have a lot of cards to cover. That's exciting. We have the Sun in Gemini. The Moon is, the Sun is in Cancer. The Moon is in Gemini. This is the last day of Cancer season. Happy birthday, Cancers. And tomorrow, around 9:30 in the morning, the Sun shifts position into Leo. And then we have our beautiful retrogrades, Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, Mercury. Woo. Yeah. All right. I was just thinking a funny thought before I got going. Anyway, let's see what's on offer in the energy atmosphere today. Our first card, how do we kick it off? The Moon. Ooh. Something subtle this way comes, is my feeling when I turn that over. Subtle intuition. It's, it reminds me of High Priestess energy. The Moon is borrowed light of the Sun, so we're going to see something from a different perspective, or something will be shown to us in a different light today. We will witness it in a new way. We'll take it in differently. It's not going to run through our old program, is my feeling. We've had a lot of cards about that lately, challenging ourselves to switch things up, think about them differently, turn it all around. We've seen the Hanged Man. Pause for enlightenment, right? Let's see what's next. What is the Moon talking about? What's it want us to know? Oh, there's the Devil again. Yeah, habit, behavior, old ways of being, programming, belief system. So we have a subtle influence of this, though it's paired with something else. Let's see what that is. Ouch! Three of Swords and the Devil together. I just heard, looking at this, my own intuitive, empathic, the way things happen for me. I heard we're not always received the way we show up. Sometimes we are met by someone else's Devil, Three of Swords energy. Let's see how this plays out, though. I'm going to focus on us with that little caveat thrown in that we're not always received in the way we show up. So the Devil, obviously we talk about our own habits, behaviors, the way we think, feel, process, whatever it is. And then we have Three of Swords, which is pain, loss, sorrow of the past. And, this is great information for us as we stand on a diving board or a launch pad, however you want to phrase that. We're going to meet this in ourselves. We're going to meet our own resistance. We're going to meet our hesitation, our tentativeness, all of it. And that's all part of programming and prior experience. So the Moon will show that to us, about us, though I also feel an influence that we may be met by someone else's Devil, Three of Swords process. And that's nowhere for us to tread. We don't make this our own. Just because we might not be received in our sunny disposition, it doesn't have to be interrupted, disrupted, or throw us off our own track if someone else isn't there either. I'm reminded of the Two of Cups here. Show up in the way you desire to be met. That's not always the potential when you are coming up against someone else in their own process. Let's see what comes after this. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Holy cow, the legacy of happiness. What stands between us and our legacy of happiness? It's the Devil and the Three of Swords, and the Moon will show it to you in a subtle way. You'll see different shades of gray for yourself. So always focus on your self-relationship, though have the spiritual flexibility. Be a yogi when it comes to your spirituality and recognize that you may not always be met in your 10 of Pentacles. And don't let that derail you. Next set of 3. The Messenger. An extra major arcana card. So we have an incoming message about, ooh, the Death card. You know, Death and the Devil, hello Scorpio, have been showing up a bit lately. And I like this arrangement though, because no matter how it appears, whether we are met with someone else's resistance, we meet our own resistance, or both things happen at the same time, this is the track we're on. We're on about our transformation. There's an ending in the beginning, a beginning in the ending, a simultaneous thing. Lets go, happens for us, brings transformation for us. So if we're met by someone else's resistance, it'll be a great mirror to show us our own. And the message is transform it. Turn it into something better for yourself, because you're already here in the 10 of Pentacles. You're already on this launch pad. This is your legacy of happiness. This is the grand ripple effect of joy, right? Third card in this set is, oh, I like that. Jesus, no messing around when you see the Queen of Swords. She is decisive. She is discerning. She has a long, far-reaching vision for evolution and knows how to make choices and decisions in the now about transformation that may be difficult right now. She'll do it, though, for the greater good. And this is where we are, taking a look at the greater good for ourselves. So cut away the BS, whether it's being delivered to your doorstep by someone else, engaging your own, or if it's just your own, you know what to do with it. Get some Queen of Swords going on that. Get some Death card going on that, because you are being informed, messenger, by the moon in a very subtle way. And you might have one of those after it happens moments. I have a lot of these. Sometimes my kindness gets in my own way, and I put up with a lot of BS that happens in front of me, and I don't call on it like the Queen of Swords would. So I feel like the cards are giving us a little boost to say, hey, take action in the moment, because that's where it's going to be profound. If you witness it, call it out and bring the harmony, bring the peace, bring the love. And it does not matter how others respond to that, because it's their response. It's not yours. You're the being of light. You are the beacon of light here in this scenario. Don't let someone else dim it, and certainly don't dim it yourself. Next set of 3. The 4 of Cups. I like that. That's an unseen blessing coming your way. And it might be this message over here. The unseen blessing might be about separating yourself from this BS, however it might show up or get engaged today. Nice. Then there's the 5 of Cups, because we have reverence for our own journey. This card, you know, it's an emotional, it's a watery equivalent to the 3 of Swords over here. But this is us making our way out of it, potentially at a slow moving rate of speed. Regardless, the thing is, there is an unseen blessing, and it gives us a boost to see where our own devil, 3 of Swords, hung us up before and kept us out of our 10 of Pentacles. So we may see shades of that. The moon may reveal it. It may play out in our interactions with others. That's okay. Take the pause, take the moment, have some reverence for your journey, honor the fact that you've experienced challenges and occasional hardships, and you saw yourself through it. You were discerning enough to make choices toward your own 10 of Pentacles. And this is something that you won't compromise here. You'll be flexible, though you will not compromise your happiness, which is really great news. Yeah, look at that. 8 of Wands. Awesome card. It's one of my most favorite 8s in tarot. And this particular 8 is so loaded with meaning in tarot. So it's a swift moving energy. It's incoming information. So this could be connection, interaction, and you may swiftly see where you have been tentative or reticent or You've held yourself back on something, and then the Eight of Wands blows through and everything speeds up. It's a double Four of Wands. Keep that in mind. It's also how energies are woven together, how we weave the fabric of our life. And we have reverence for our challenges. These are badges of honor for us because we can reflect on those and say, retrogrades, thank you very much for that experience because it made me strong as all get out and flexible as all get out. So stay discerning, stay sharp. You're dealing with a Queen of Swords, definitely stay sharp. You're dealing also with the Death card here, and the Death card is fairly neutral in its energy if you really think about it. It just is. There's no making excuses for transformation. You either transform or you don't. You stand still and stagnate. Though I don't see that happening because what's right smack in the middle of this reading but the Ten of Pentacles, which is the legacy of happiness we have created that continues to grow. So challenges come our way. Yes, we're actually grateful for those because we get to see the moon in a different way, a different light, how to maintain our momentum here in the Eight of Wands. So pay attention to your intuitive messages. Pay attention to the mirrors that are put up in front of you in the energy atmosphere of this day. Stay heart synced, connected to heart-mind coherence within your Ten of Pentacles, and absolutely stay sharp. Bottom of the deck, how's the universe helping us out behind the scenes? Knight of Cups, carrying the Ace of Cups. So that's the Ace of Cups in motion. Where's it going? That's love, bliss, joy, happiness on overflow. Right into the Hermit, which, you know, the core meaning of that card is a quest beckons. Do not be derailed. Derailed. This train screaming down the tracks here. Do not be derailed by any BS that shows up in your path today. Maybe give it pause. Maybe give it a think or two. And then reconfirm, reconnect to heart-mind coherence. Never disconnect from that if at all possible. And maintain your center of happy in your quest. Oh, seriously. Look at that. 10 of Cups. Aligning with the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this happens often in our readings. They show up in proximity to one another. I have hiccups. I'm trying to keep them at bay. All right. Legacy of happiness. Ace of Cups in the quest. The beckoning quest for even greater love, bliss, happiness on overflow to the power of 10. That's what's going on behind the scenes. That's what's the undercurrent for the main body of the reading. So no doubt you'll see some devil. You'll see some Three of Swords. I don't think you're afraid to look it in the face because you're willing to transform. Stay sharp with your intuition and then accept the blessings that come your way with reverence for your devil Three of Swords. And then you're off like a rocket here with this Eight of Wands. Next, the Witch. You know, she feels like, and she's also an extra major arcana in this deck. She feels like a counterpart, divine counterpart to the Magician here as she shows up in this reading. And I feel as though her presence is all the investment you have made, the energetic investment you have made for your journey. The results are underway. The result of all your effort is underway. The investment is growing, creating a ripple effect. And I feel that she's the magic in that right now. And then we have Two of Swords, the very subtle, sometimes murky intuition where we have to get quiet. I'm not surprised to see this card since we have the Devil and the Three of Swords, because this could be a really loud sound in our heart-mind coherence, right? The Devil, Three of Swords, it could rise up, it could cause goosebumps, it could make us feel prickly, whatever. The Two of Swords is going to be that high priestess, very subtle, quiet, steady, unrelenting intuition to stay grounded in your path, because look at the path you're walking here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. And this took great investment on your part. We've all been through new jobs, loss of jobs, new relationships, loss of relationships, become parents to children, or children have grown and left the nest, whatever. Evolutions and evolutions and evolutions of self-relationship, relationship with others, the roles we have fulfilled. And out of all of that life experience comes this vision, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. And by golly, we are not going to sacrifice that on some sword in the three, or in some influence of the devil's energy out of ego and habit, because my goodness, at times it's been a mad scramble to get where we are, and we got a lot of muscle memory for it. Don't sacrifice it on somebody else's bullshit. Or any of your own old bullshit. Let it go and allow and go with the flow. All right, angel answers. If you got a question, put it to this deck. A fresh message, perhaps, or confirmation of the reading. Our first card out. Communicate clearly, absolutely. Super important. Take action. This is the no verbal clutter card. Say what you mean what you say. I don't do vague. So when people talk around a situation, I want to get to the heart of a situation. Just say it, speak it, and if it needs to be sorted, then we'll discuss it. So there's no misunderstanding. But take action on your clear communication, because again, this Three of Swords devil could potentially compromise your ability to communicate. Don't forget, we're in a Mercury retrograde as well. Make no assumptions. Do not leap to conclusion. Take action on your dream, your vision, your goal, and take responsibility for that as well. As you are in connection, communication with other people, if they're leading you down a conversational path that doesn't really answer any questions that either of you may have, cut to the chase, get to the heart of the matter. Don't put up with that. It doesn't work. Or let it lie until the retrograde is over, which is the 11th of August for Mercury anyway, our communication planet. Let it be. Don't obsess over it though. And there's no harm in communication with others to ask for greater clarity. Because sometimes when people are speaking about things, they're thinking about them at the same time, or they're working through it as they're speaking about it. So it may be a bit jumbled, and you may do that as well. So give yourself the space, give other people the space to gather their thoughts and then share them. Ask better questions too. Ooh. 3 at once. Be assertive. Yeah, I feel that. Ask your angels always. Emphatic no. That's the BS part of the message. Emphatic no to getting embroiled in someone else's BS or your own. Step up to the mirror and do the work. One more card. Just do what needs doing. Because you're ready for your Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups lifestyle. That's what you're on about. That's what you're creating. Don't sacrifice it now. Whoop. Final word on the reading today. That one was flipping out of the deck. We'll see what it is. Angels and ancestors, how is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? A couple more falling out. All right, the first is the Knight. Be brave and honest. Absolutely, especially in a scenario where the moon is showing you the Three of Swords and the Devil. That's powerful energy there. So be brave, be honest with yourself, be authentic. Ooh, there's 3 of them. Then we have Autumn. Release the old and rest. Yeah, let go of this. Doesn't that feel better? Winter. Take care of your needs. I feel a long-range vision here. You're receiving something. The Eight of Wands may be bringing you a message that has the perception of a long time on it, though the planning starts now. That's the feeling. Release the old and rest. Autumn, winter. So 2 seasons there, showing up right in the middle of our summer. Look ahead, be brave, be honest. And then we have the eagle. See from a higher perspective. How beautiful is that? There's the 2 of swords right there. See from a higher perspective. And listen to your intuition. It may be subtle at first, but this is also going to gain momentum in the energy in which it was created. So whatever the situation is for you, if your focus is on your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Cups, that's going to gain huge, huge momentum. 8 of Wands over here. Though it may have been born out of a time, your ideas, your inspirations may have been born out of a time where the Devil and the 3 of Swords were more concentrated energy. But you've been brave, authentic, and real with yourself. You've listened to your intuition. It's taken you this far. It's going to take you even further. So lean into that. And wherever there's BS, extract yourself from it, especially if it's your own. Get real. Face it. Look in the mirror. If it's someone else's, know how to walk away from that. Peace, love, happiness. Yeah. Have an awesome day, people. Namaste.